Good morning. My name is Brady Anderson, and I represent the Indiana Democratic Party against the resolution that I-69 should not be built. I believe that this extension should be built for many reasons. I-69 should be built so that we can create jobs, have a better use for our existing roads, and cut community times in half for our fellow Hoosiers. First, I would like to touch on the brief history of I-69. It was in the 1970s as a group of visionaries began dreaming of a southwest Indiana highway connecting Evansville to Bloomington. In 1991, Congress proposed a new national highway system, and the dream took root as part of a new I-69 corridor. Designated as one of the 6 corridors of the future, I-69 will ultimately extend from Mexico to Canada, making it the primary north-south artery for the movement of goods and services in the United States. Another important point that I want to touch on is that I-69 will bring jobs to the state of Indiana. I personally think this is especially important considering our economic climate and how high our unemployment rate is, right around 8%. The Greater Bloomington Chamber of Commerce President Christy Gillenwater told the Herald Times that she believes the highway will add jobs to the area and can't wait for it to reach Bloomington. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, 47,000 jobs are created for every $1 billion invested in roads. Right now, it's projected that this extension will cost about $1.7 billion, so that's many jobs over that 47,000 mark, according to the U.S. Department of Transportation. I-69 will generate roughly 4,600 additional permanent jobs by 2025. And 43 to 7,500 temporary jobs that include construction-related employment. I-69 will also serve as an economic development engine. New employers will see this extension that is cutting the time in half for our fellow Hoosiers, and they will see this as a great zoning land for commercial businesses, because new employers require good access to transportation. It is projected that I-69 will generate $3.5 billion in additional personal income growth. Another point that I want to touch on is that I-69 will solidify Indiana as the crossroads of America and enhance our transportation logistics infrastructure. I think this is especially important as well because of where Indiana sits in the Midwest, as it's kind of right in the middle of our transportation needs. And it's also projected that I-69 will provide an additional 446,000 Hoosiers with 1-hour access to major colleges and universities across the state of Indiana. This extension would also reduce travel time between Evansville and Indianapolis by an average of 27 minutes and will provide an additional 37,000 Hoosiers 30-minute access to major urban areas, where additional medical facilities, educational institutions, and job opportunities are located. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, the extension will save Hoosiers roughly $1.1 billion in driver time and vehicle operation costs during the first 20 years on trips and prevent nearly 40,000 serious injuries. Going back to my point earlier on how much this would cost, which was around $1.7 billion, I think my most recent point can relate to this because of how much our fellow Hoosiers will actually be saving in the long run, which is a huge benefit towards the state of Indiana. And my last point that I want to touch on is that how this will increase our travel safety, because existing roads in the corridor are generally rural and suburban roads, which often have accident rates several times higher than interstate-grade highways. Even though building I-69 will increase traffic along the corridor, the total number of accidents is likely to decrease due to the better safety features of interstate highway and better separation of local and long-distance travelers. So please, I want you all to review this topic. It's especially important for the state of Indiana, both environmentally, economically, and I greatly encourage everyone to vote for I-69 extension should be built for our sake. Thank you very much.